Alright, so I'm going to show you how to set up multiple Cardano cold wallets and delegate them to different stake pools. So what you're going to need is VirtualBox. So you're going to want to download the latest version, 6.1.22. You can click your Windows host and download that. And then also this extension pack, and you'll need to install this first and then run this one after. After that, you're also going to need to download the Ubuntu 20.04 LTS desktop version, so go ahead and download that as well. And then once you get all those installed, then what you're going to, just the VirtualBox, then what you're going to do is you're going to open a VirtualBox. You're going to click New. We're going to give this a name called Cold Wallets. And then here we can actually switch the location of where this virtual machine's hard drive is going to be saved. And we want to switch this to an external hard drive. So in my case, I'm just going to select this D drive here, and I've already created this folder called Cold Wallet, so I'm going to actually load the VDI file into here. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to go down here and make sure this is at Linux, and then I'm going to switch this to Ubuntu 64-bit. Click Next. We're going to crank this on up to 4 gigabytes. Click Next. Leave this on Create, and then we're going to keep VDI, keep dynamically allocated. We're going to crank this on up to 35 gigabytes, and we're going to create it. Okay, now that we have that created, we're just going to double click our virtual machine here, and this is going to start it. Okay, and then we want to select our ISO for Ubuntu. So for you, you'd probably click this, and then you'd click this Add button and make sure Ubuntu's in there, and then we'll just see if I can remove this. We'll just add Ubuntu, click OK, choose. Okay, and then once we choose that, we're just going to click Start. And here goes our virtual machine. Can make this bigger. So we'll leave it in English. We're going to say install Ubuntu. English, continue. Normal installation, download updates while installing, that's fine. Click continue. Okay, so we want to keep this erase disk and install Ubuntu selected. We're going to install now. And it's telling us that it's going to erase this partition, which is fine. Continue. Okay, you can select your location if it doesn't find it automatically. And then we'll just call this Ada Forge. Computer's name, Ada Forge, and then give it a password. Okay, require a password to log in. Go ahead. Okay, so the installation is finished, and what we're going to do now is click Restart Now. So it's going to restart our VDI. So we're going to click Close. We're going to power off the virtual machine. Click OK. Okay, so now we're going to log on in. So we're just going to skip all this stuff here. Next, done. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to open up Firefox. Okay, and then we're going to go to Yoroi YoroiWallet.com is the correct website. Go to download, and we're going to say we're going to do it for Firefox. Okay, we're going to add to Firefox. Click add. Okay, now we have Yoroi right here in our web browser. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click our language, click continue, and then we're going to say agree to the terms of use. We're going to click continue, select whatever, choose advanced. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to create a wallet, and we're going to say it's Cardano. We're going to create the wallet. We're going to give the wallet a name. We'll call this one AdaForge 1. We'll give it a password. Okay, create personal wallet. Make sure nobody sees your screen. Okay, that's totally fine. We're going to click continue. And then now we have a seed phrase here that we're going to write down or take a screenshot, whatever you prefer. Okay, and we're going to say, yes, I have written it down. And now we're going to go ahead and enter in the same exact words, all in the correct order. Okay, so we have our first wallet here, and we're going to need to load this up with Ada, and then we're going to be able to go to the delegation list, and we're going to be able to search and choose which stake pool we want to select. Okay, but let's go ahead and go back, and we're going to go ahead and say add new wallet, and this is how we're going to create multiple wallets. So we're going to go ahead and call this one AdaForge 2. Give it a password. And we're going to repeat the same steps. Okay, so now I have two wallets, so we need to send Ada to these. So we would have to get the addresses here. So what you can do here is you can go back and forth between your wallets, and you can copy your address here, and then you can email it to yourself. So that way you can get the address out of here if you want to transfer funds into these wallets. This is how you would do it. You go back and you can click on the other wallet. You can do the same thing, copy this guy, and then just click on your email and email it on out. So that way you can send it from your exchange account or your other wallet, whatever the case. Okay, so I transferred over 10 ADA to each of these wallets. So now we can click into one of them, and let's get delegating. So we can go over to delegation lists, and we can see, once this loads, a bunch of different pools that we can choose, like Kiwi pool, for example, Cardanians, whatever, right? I'm going to look for Zion because I like Angel Stake Pool, and I'm going to say I want to delegate this 10 ADA to them. So all I do is click delegate. So we're going to put in our password here that we made for the wallet, and we're going to delegate. And it's going to cost us, by the way, 2 ADA. So this is the transaction fee, the 17 cents here. That's actually the transaction fee for going ahead and starting the process. It's going to also take 2 ADA though to delegate, just so you know, no matter how much ADA you have, no matter how little ADA you have, that's going to be 2. And that's going to be tied up as your delegation stake key. But once you undelegate later on, you can get that 2 ADA back. But just so you know, it's not stealing your 2 ADA. So we're going to say delegate. Alright, so now we are delegated, and we'll see this load up our pool. Actually, let's go to the dashboard. it'll show our pool and all that stuff once some time passes. But currently, it's just going to still be a transaction that's going to basically take some time to go through. There we go. We can see it now. So it took the 2.17 ADA, and it is getting ready to set up a stake key. And now we can see we're staked to or delegated to the Scion Angel stake pool. Okay, now let's go back to the other wallet. So this is going to be wallet number 2. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to delegation list. And we're going to look for some random stake pool. How about Coco? Let's look for Coco stake pool. Coconut, alright, that's my dude right there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to delegate to him. So we're going to click delegate. And this is the same exact thing we did last time. So we're going to put in our password and click delegate. We see the 2.17 ADA. Okay, this is the same thing. We're just going to basically give it some time. We're going to look at our transactions and we'll eventually see the 2.17 pop up. Okay, and there it is. We have our ADA inter-wallet transaction, and we should now see our stake pool, which is Coco. It says unknown, but it's Coco. We know Coco. Okay, so that's it. We have 2 wallets now, and they're both being staked to different pools. If we go back here, we can still see that this one is going to Zion, and this one is going to Coco. So you don't have to get multiple ledger devices. You can set up your own cold storage, cold wallet, and use Yoroi extension for Firefox to delegate to multiple different pools at once. You just have to move your ADA across from one wallet to another, kind of like spread it out, and then delegate to separate pools. And that's it. Okay, so here we go. Now, this is what's cool about the cold storage here, our cold wallet. We're going to go ahead and close this. Close our web browser. Close tabs. Okay, close this. And then what we can do is go ahead and say power off. Power off. Okay. Alright, and then we're back to our virtual box here. So we can literally just close this, and then we could turn our external hard drive off. And there's no way anybody's going to get into it if you do that. So this is a surefire way to secure your ADA. And then when you want to access it, and say you want to transfer out of the cold storage to like a wallet on your mobile phone or something so you can spend it, you're just going to go open up VirtualBox again. You're going to double click on cold wallets. Click switch. Okay, I'm going to log in. Then we're going to open up Firefox. And we're going to click on the Yoroi extension over here on the top right. And now all of our wallets are loading up. And we can see we have them here. Now, I just briefly wanted to mention this. So when you get your rewards, you can withdraw them. Now, when you click withdraw, it's going to say keep registered or deregister. So when you withdraw them, you want to, if you want to, keep the rewards that you've earned for the next 2 epochs, you're going to want to keep it registered, right? So I did this, unfortunately. I deregistered my wallet and basically lost my stake key when I did that, and for the next 2, I think, epochs, all the rewards that I would have gotten basically just disappeared, and I wasn't able to get them, which is what it actually warns you of right here. So be sure that you do not make the same mistake and lose your rewards. Just keep it registered and then move all your funds out, leave it drained for a while. That way you're not losing anything. Then deregister to get your 2 ADA back, and then you can transfer that to whatever other wallet you want. So just have that in mind. Alright, that's pretty much it. This is a surefire way to set up a cold wallet and stake to multiple pools at one time and keep your funds safe. Alright, take care everybody and have a great time staking.